Red Dead Online has been out going on 3 years now, and it still feels like there are some essential things missing from Rockstar's online Wild West experience. So in this video, I'm going to go over 9 essential things still missing from Red Dead Online. But first, I'd like to tell you that this video is sponsored by Ridge Wallet. The Ridge Wallet is all around a better way to carry cash and cards on you. I like it because it's practical and still has a slim design, which means people can't see exactly which pocket your wallet's in. And it has RFID blocking, which is, I think, very useful in today's day and age. It holds up to 12 different cards and you can still carry some cash in you, and it comes in up to 30 different colors and styles with over 40,000 5-star reviews. It is a quality product and comes with a lifetime warranty, so if this sounds like something you're interested in, I'll leave a link in the description, and using the code word DIRTY gets you 10% off. The first essential thing missing from Red Dead Online, I think, is horse theft. When you begin your adventure online, you're met with Clay and Clive Davies. During your single player mission, you bring them some stolen prize horses and they give you some compensation. So you would be forgiven to expect something similar in your first encounter online when they say,
"Any other decent horses you find, we'll buy them, just as soon as we are set up, okay?"
This is the last you hear from them though, and it is definitely something a few people would like to have seen more of. While riding around online, you often see packs of horses just roaming wild, but they don't seem to serve much purpose. It would be nice to be able to catch a few and sell them on. Maybe getting a higher price if you fully bond with the animal. Also, low honor individuals could follow up on some tips to relieve horse breeders of their steeds, and naturalist role owners could get access to a few legendary breeds, and this pastime could even evolve into your character being a rancher and breeding horses for sale. Players definitely need more stable space as well, and places to store your saddles. So there's easily a lot of potential here, and something I wish Rockstar had explored more. The next essential thing missing from Red Dead Online is a goddamn ending to the Land of Opportunity story mission. You remember when you started off your adventures in Red Dead Online? Remember that grieving widow, Mrs LeClerk? Ever wondered what happened to her? Well, so does everyone else in the community. When Online launched back in 2018, we got our first chapter of Mrs LeClerk's revenge story. Then, May 2019, we got the second installment. Then, nothing. Who knows? The West is a hard place. Maybe Mrs. LeClerk got sick or died falling off a horse or something. But that storyline just vanished into thin air. Which is a shame, because these missions were pretty good, with some large action pieces from storming forts, robbing banks, and to a high-stakes shootouts across various towns in the West. I would love to see a continuation of these stories, but would also like them to make existing ones playable solo. The idea of making missions being available based on your honor was a good idea in theory, but considering how slow they are at releasing content, they probably shouldn't just do it that way and hide some missions behind this arbitrary honor system. Also, they really need to get rid of the cooldowns on these. I mean, I would like to load in and play through these in sequence. The reason they added cooldowns in the first place was to stop people grinding the same mission over and over again in GTA Online, but this is redundant now. Fair enough if you want to put a cooldown on a single mission, but doing it on an entire mission type just kills the flow of the game. So I really think a lot of people would love to see a continuation of our story, and a few improvements of the existing game loop would be a welcomed addition also. Some of the low-hanging fruit out there for Rockstar to do and implement is of course second characters, or maybe third or fourth characters. I am all the time saying they need to add more character options. It's a win-win for Rockstar and the community. People are screaming out for things to do and spend their money on. Giving them another character to rank up and spend money on customization solves this. On PlayStation, you can do this now by having multiple PSN profiles. I personally have a native character and a female character I play on casually, and not only does this extend the life of the game as you get a whole new set of goals to do and work for, but it also gives a whole new list of items that you might buy. For example, my main character is kind of a gunslinger. I like to dual wield and dress up like an outlaw. My native character is more of a hunter, which means I purchase more hunting style clothes that I wouldn't have purchased on my main character. I also purchased the quick draw pass on multiple characters to rank it up. This should really be available on a single profile though, and let you switch between them from the start. This would maximize the content already available and let people replay or repurchase content that they may already have, or purchase something completely new that they would never have purchased for their original character anyway. The next essential thing missing from Red Dead Online still is the fact that you can't actually make solo or crew only lobbies. How we don't have invite only or posse lobbies is beyond me by this stage, especially with how prevalent modders are on PC versions. That said, for a modder to be able to harass you, they first have to get in the same lobby as you. This is why I don't just think invite lobbies are a nice feature that could be added, but a fundamental one on a security level. There has been some high profile content creators or streamers who have packed it in just due to harassment from modders. This is not a good look for an online game, and protecting your customer base from bad actors should be the top of the priority for any company. On Grand Theft Auto Online, you have the option of having invite only, friends or crew lobbies. That concept though was left completely out from Red Dead Online for some reason. Also, a little side note, you can also have a second character in GTA Online, so basic things they haven't brought over to Red Dead Online, I think. That said, just adding the simple ability to make solo lobbies and crew lobbies and invite only lobbies would address a lot of security issues that Rockstar might have, so that is something that definitely should be added by now. Another thing I always see people asking for in Red Dead Online is more mini games. One of the coolest things about Rockstar games is their mini games. In Grand Theft Auto Online, they even added an arcade that came with a host of mini games, and even RDR2 Arthur can embark on blackjack, dominoes, poker, and five-finger fillet. These aren't overly challenging, but it would be cool to be able to compete against other people in free roam doing these. We already have poker, which is a great addition to have, and also there is a nice little pile of wood that needs to be chopped over here in Le Mine. It doesn't really benefit you in any way, shape or form, but there's something cool about it, and it's great for pictures. Playing musical instruments I always thought would also be a cool little addition or mini game that could be added, like emotes. You could even possibly buy new tunes with gold to boost your repertoires. They already have something cool in the Moonshiner Shack like this, and how you can play with the band, but it would be cool to allow more freedom and let you do this out in free roam. Another thing that we have all been waiting for is heists. Heists in Grand Theft Auto Online are easily the best part of it, and they have so much replayability. The basic formula is simple. You start off by choosing an approach. For example, in a casino heist, you can choose either going quiet, loud, or under a guise. Once you choose this, you can then do a small series of missions to get the equipment and supplies that you need to complete the heist. Then, once you have everything you need, you can team up with a few people and complete the heist. The closest thing that we have to heists and Red Dead Online is the blood money opportunities, which involve you robbing one of 3 jewels. Your approach is meant to be formed by overhearing information, but because of really buggy AI, it usually ends up in a shootout with enemies spawning everywhere anyway. There isn't really any setups either. You just loot Capitali in missions to exchange to play one of these jewel heist missions. And after the novelty of completing the mission the first time, there isn't a huge reason to replay them, as the payout is just the same as everything else. There isn't really a flow like there is in GTA Online. Over there, you can log in with a few friends and you can choose, oh, let's do this heist, and that's going to dictate what you're going to do for the next 2 to 3 hours. At the end of the day, you're still just playing a bunch of missions, but it does feel like you're actually moving towards something and accomplishing something. And of course, at the end of it, you get a big payout to make it more eventful. This is definitely something that we're missing in Red Dead Online, and definitely something that the community has been screaming out for. My ultimate wish for Red Dead Online is to include the Mexico map down south. I've always said linking this to an RDR1 remake could be a serious moneymaker for Rockstar. But understandably, this is a lot of work. What isn't as much work is Warma. It's already in the game. They used to be a way of glitching there in free roam, but of course Rockstar in all their wisdom patched that. Considering people are always screaming out for content and things to do, they could have let that one slide. The Guarma map could really be a cool backdrop for some PvP modes. I think a battle royale based on the island could be really cool. Another interesting thought would be to have a small campaign that would occur there, maybe like a series of missions that you could embark over there. It would be hard enough to voyage there, so you would want to be there for a while once you head over. Definitely something they could add to Red Dead Online, I think. Another really requested feature that is still not added to Red Dead Online is a Rockstar editor or map creator. I have been wanting a Rockstar editor since day one, but not just the director mode, but also the map creator. Grand Theft Auto Online was smart enough at the start to let people make their own content. This took the pressure off the devs as people were able to add things to do between the updates, and also give them things to promote. The Rockstar editor has provided a huge amount of high quality free advertising for Rockstar, showing their game in the best possible light. It's a complete shame it wasn't added to Red Dead Online. This is something I've wanted so much. I've even done a whole video on it and why it would be a great thing to add, and if you're interested in that, I will leave a link in the description. I credit a lot of the success to GT Online to the fact that they had the Rockstar editor and the map editor. Again, it's just the ability to produce high quality footage that you didn't put out there to market the game for them. And also with the map creator, I mean, if you can't make content fast enough, let your consumers do it. I mean, there's a lot of really talented people in the community, and I'm sure they would come up with some great little mini games and maps if they had the chance. The final essential thing that they haven't added to Red Dead Online is, of course, property. This has been something players have wanted for ages, and it's been 3 years, and people have earned a lot of gold and they kind of just want to settle down. We did get the Moonshine Shack, which did have its own bar and things, which is cool, but it's not really ours. It's Maggie's. We just work there, it seems. Having your own homestead that you could customize or a ranch would be incredible. A while back, a few lines of code were found in the game which led to a bunch of videos and articles saying properties were coming. Of course, this was just speculation. The code alluded to deeds that could be purchased in-game, ranging from a deed for a property in McFarlane Ranch for 45 gold bars to a Saint Denis mansion for 600 gold bars. The prices are pretty reasonable, but that's one hell of a lot of gold for a mansion. But I guess it really does make it a bit more exclusive. Personally, I would be content with a farm and some livestock, or maybe even just a ranch. Just because something is found in the code files though, it doesn't mean Rockstar are going to implement it. It could have been just a scrapped idea, but maybe, just maybe, they will see all the positive reactions and people crying out for it, and they will add it. The truth is, I kind of limited this video to just 9 essential things that I thought Rockstar should add, but if you go on Reddit or some forums, you will find loads of great ideas of things that could be implemented. There is a crazy amount of potential in Red Dead Online, and I think that is what breaks so many people's hearts in the community. It's the fact that it doesn't seem to be realized by Rockstar. Hopefully Rockstar is just silently listening to all the feedback and will come out with something that will just shock us all. But until then, let me know in the comments what you would like to see. Do you think I covered them all with the 9, or do you think there are other essential things that Rockstar needs to add ASAP? Love reading your comments and love hearing from you guys. Thanks for all the support, especially to the members. You guys are amazing. Alright people, catch you in the next video.